Hi, my name is Jessica Wildflower, and welcome to the official debate coverage for the Peace and Freedom Party. Tonight we have the lovely and awesome candidate Rainbow Starshine going head-to-head against Coffee Party candidate Barbara Business Lover. Before we begin the debate, though, a few words from our Peace and Freedom Party candidate, Rainbow Starshine.
Arise, ye prisoners of starvation, arise, ye wretched of the earth, for justice thunders condemnation.
Fellow Americans, I just wanted to say, you guys are awesome. Anyway, as the presidential candidate for the Peace and Freedom Party, I promise to create a government that works for you. Also, if elected into office, I promise to make the rights of the environment and the people some of the top priorities. Remember, the Peace and Freedom Party works for you.
Thank you, Comrade Starshine. Now, we, the Peace and Freedom Party, would like to take you to some man-on-the-street interviews.
Excuse me, sir?
Yeah?
Ma'am. Citizen, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions about the upcoming election?
Oh, well, the election! Most certainly, most certainly. Clary, put your shirt back on.
Yes? Well, if you don't mind me asking, who do you plan on supporting the election?
Well, I was going to write in for my friend Crazy Mo. He supports civil rights for unicorns.
Well, you and Mo might be very interested in the Peace and Freedom Party.
Would we now?
Yes, they support minorities. So, if you don't, how do you become homeless?
Well, I went to jail because of all of my drugs, and capitalism took all of my money.
I empathize with you, because I too was homeless the other day. My name is Rainbow Starshine, and I support ending homelessness. If elected into office, I guarantee affordable housing for everyone. Also, I would like to legalize marijuana and provide free treatment for substance abuse. Remember, the Peace and Freedom Party works for you.
It certainly works for me.
Hi, I'm a reporter for the Peace and Freedom Party, and you are?
Hola, soy Pavita.
Hi, Pavita.
I empathize with you. I too was an illegal immigrant at some point.
No, soy legal.
Yes, I know, illegal immigrant. But under the Peace and Freedom Party, we believe that no human is illegal. If elected into office, I, Rainbow Starshine, promise to restore bilingual education, provide full rights for all immigrant workers, and stop jailing and deporting illegal immigrants. Remember, the Peace and Freedom Party works for you.
Can I ask you guys a couple of questions about the upcoming election?
Oh, certainly.
So who do you plan on voting for?
Well, as a teacher, I was just going to vote with my union.
What about you?
I just turned 18, so it'll be my first time voting.
It's so exciting. So have either of you considered the Peace and Freedom Party?
Well, yes, actually. Even though they are a third party, they've got some great benefits for unionized workers, as well as plans to increase the minimum wage and cut down the work week.
Yeah, the Peace and Freedom Party has great plans for workers and unions.
I don't know too much about the Peace and Freedom Party, but my brother's a soldier, so what do you want to do about the war?
Well, we want to bring all the troops home now so they can spend more time with their families and be safe here in America. And we want to abolish the CIA and nuclear weapons.
Well, that sounds good, but what does the Peace and Freedom Party plan to do about education?
The Peace and Freedom Party values education very much, so they want to provide free public education from preschool to university, and they want to reinstate affirmative action.
That sounds excellent.
Yes.
Remember, the Peace and Freedom Party works for you.
We're lesbians. You got a problem with that?
No, as a matter of fact, I don't. My name is Rainbow Starshine, and I empathize with you. I too was a lesbian in college. You know, if elected into office, I promise, as a representative for the Peace and Freedom Party, I promise to end all discrimination based on sex and sexual orientation. Also, I support gay marriage, and once elected into office, I promise that you too will someday become married, if that is what you choose.
Well, strange woman behind my couch, I think you've got some great ideas.
Remember, the Peace and Freedom Party works for you.
Certainly works for me and my sexy life partner.
Thank you, Jessica, and to all our participants. Now, for exclusive coverage of the debate between Peace and Freedom Party candidate Rainbow Starshine and Coffee Party candidate Barbara Business Lover. Barbara Business Lover.
Have you been thinking about voting for Barbara Business Lover, the Coffee Party candidate for president? Well, think again. According to this simple random sample, 98% of people would rather vote for a candidate like Rainbow Starshine of the Peace and Freedom Party than a candidate like Barbara Bisenislaver, more like Business Lover. Barbara Business Lover is the devil.
Now for the debate.
Miss Bisenislaver, if elected into office, what sort of regulations would you propose regarding the environment?
Well, contrary to popular belief, the Coffee Party is not an anti-environmental party. We simply believe that environmental regulations should cooperate with the business world. We believe that environment and business can both be benefited through a beautiful synergy.
Miss Starshine?
Well, at the Peace and Freedom Party, we believe that the environment should be one of the top priorities. We support the restoration and protection of the air, water, land, and ecosystems. Also, we support conservation and clean energy. Also, we would like to put an end to environmental racism. Thank you.
Miss Starshine, what is your stance on abortion?
Well, with the Peace and Freedom Party, we support the right for a woman to control her own body. Also, under our universal health care program, abortions would be free.
Miss Bisenislaver?
Well, as a good, strong Christian woman myself, I am morally opposed to abortions, and we at the Coffee Party are strongly against abortions. We plan to appeal Roe v. Wade, and all those little girls who are having sex too early should just learn to refrain.
Miss Bisenislaver, what is your ideal system of healthcare?
Well, I strongly believe in a privatized system of healthcare. You see, with a privatized system, each private company of healthcare can provide a different type of plan for a selective type of patient. And as for the cost, well, charities be damned. We all know this country would be better without the rotting, awful homeless people.
Miss Starshine?
Well, here at the Peace and Freedom Party, we believe that everyone deserves a healthcare plan. Also, my ideal healthcare system will include such services as abortions, birth control, and rehab.
Yeah, how do you plan to pay for that with socialism?
We'll find a way to pay for everything.
Miss Bisenislaver, if you were elected president, what would be your first act in office?
Well, it'd be a heck of a lot better than what this crazy whack job wants to do.
Okay. Miss Starshine?
I think the better question here is, what wouldn't I do? Remember, the Peace and Freedom Party works for you.
Now that's all for the debate, comrades. Thanks for watching. Remember, the Peace and Freedom Party works for you.
'Tis the final conflict that each stand in place. The international working class shall free the human race.
Vote for Rainbow Sunshine and the Peace and Freedom Party. Remember,
You got your name wrong.
No, as a matter of fact.
Did your shirt come up again? All right, let's get you back behind the couch for a while.
hello, my fellow.
They're Americans.
What are you doing?
I closed my hair in the window and I tried to pull back.
Get back in there!
Variability and randomization are key.
I was being Mr. Igo. I should not do that.
Miss Starshine, I forgot my question.
Even cats support the Peace and Freedom Party.
Peace and Freedom Party works for you.